As history has it, Rupert Bishop was shot and killed on the carnage on Monday, January 21st, 1974, also known as Bloody Monday, while trying to protect school children from a freelance paramilitary force during a demonstration against the Gary government. When the fort became the headquarters of the People's Revolutionary Army 5 years later in 1979, the historic structure was renamed Fort Rupert in his honor.
It was that heroism and selflessness that the renamed fort was intended to seeking to capture before it was changed 40 years ago this year. And so, as we move forward, that reverend reference must once again be recaptured. The renaming of this fort as Rupert should be considered. Keeping this place as Fort George will in fact not be in keeping with this time of new consciousness and repaired pride.
He reflected on the significant historical value of the fort, which was renamed Fort George after the demise of the Grenada Revolution.
In many ways, this place is hallowed ground where in October 83, Prime Minister Maurice Bishop and other comrades were killed. That occurrence was the most far-reaching in modern, if not all, of Grenadian history. At the time, as I alluded to, it was named after his father, Rupert, who met a brutal death 9 years earlier on the carnage not so far from here.
Mr. David says the time has come to rename the fort to reflect and capture the modern Grenadian spirit and reality.
As we now seek its refortification, pun intended, maybe the time has come, if not overdue, to have it renamed once and for all to reflect both the Grenadian spirit and reality. As more people come here, both locals and visitors, let its rightful name reflect a refreshing stanza that adequately captures the story that should be told.
Tourism Minister Lennox Andrews has given assurance that the rich history and cultural values of Fort George will be restored, preserved, and maintained. He says the project will serve as a pilot for the restoration of other historical sites in the country. For GBN News, I am Nisha Paul.